Welcome back, everyone, to another podcast. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for being here. I got something exciting to tell you that I got working. Hold on a minute. So I did some cleaning to my Google and the computer and the webcam. Did some messing around with it, and guess what I got working? I got the webcam working. Um, it should be normal FPS now. The FPS shouldn't be all mixed up and weird. Let me go. Okay, so yeah, this should be a lot better. The webcam is now should be working. Make sure my mic's all okay. So yeah, it's going to be nice to be able to use it now. I don't know why, but I just kept on messing with things, cleaned up the Google and like the drive and everything, all the drivers for my webcam, and reinstalled a bunch of things for it. Seems to be fixed it, so yeah, it's pretty nice. We got a couple. Well, I've only seen a couple, but we'll probably find more to talk about of things to talk about on here. So, like, I'm going to put up the ticker. Welcome to the show. And I'll throw it up right now. This is the third gaming podcast that I put out so far. So, yeah, third one. Hopefully, we're going to have more of these. As long as Twitch doesn't do something like that, then we'll be fine. So, as long as they don't do something like what uh, YouTube did, then we'll be fine. I'll be able to stream here. As long as they don't screw me like that. So, but yeah, third podcast around. If you're in chat or whatever, people on Twitch, say something, say hi, whatever you want. And if you're on YouTube, thanks for being here. I'm gonna actually test out the chat real quick. Okay, it does work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this going at our screen. Okay, so if this is too small for y'all to see, just let me know. But the PS5, actually, I always forget. Always forget. Okay, PS5 storage. This is pretty good actually. So, actually, never mind. I just got done thinking about that. The Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, then they have like something like a terabyte of space. Let's look here though. So it's saying that the PS5 reportedly has just over 650 gigs usable storage space. So the PS5 launches in just over a week on November 12th, but Sony still hasn't concretely said just how much of the SSD will be available for you to install games on. According to at least one leak of the system information from a PS5, it's going to be just over 650 gigs. The PS5 ships with a custom 825 gigabyte SSD, but not all of that will be free for game installations. And if you don't know, SSD stands for solid state drive. The console's operating system needs some of that space from the get go. That's why a screenshot from a video showing the PS5 system menu, shared by noted leaker Okami13 and reported by Games Radar, displays 648 gigs free out of a total 667 available, which could include the space required for the free Astros Playroom install. So you're already going to have that storage space that the console's going to have to need to run properly, and that's just how that works with consoles. they have to have space to install the UI for all that to properly work. So that's how. But I mean, still 600 gigs. Um, it's we've been having consoles that have terabyte hard drives in them, so I don't know what's going on with that. So in case you need any more confirmation, 667 gigs right there. It says right here. So that's less than the Xbox Series X, but that will always likely to be the case considering the PS5's smaller SSD overall. The Xbox Series X ships with a 1 terabyte SSD with its operating system reducing available storage down to 802, which that's a big reduction. I mean, that's like 200 and, 98 gigs that the Xbox is taking for itself. It still doesn't leave you with a lot of room for large game installs, especially with games. You know how they're getting bigger these days. That's could be problem. It could be a problem. It's especially important when considering how big certain next gen games are going to be. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, for instance, will be 133 gigs on PS5. That file size could grow larger as it's updated, though you'll be able to install only certain modes at a time in order to manage the size. But that would be very annoying. In my opinion, that'd be very annoying to just let me delete multiplayer or let me delete the campaign. I'm gonna close my window a little bit, close the curtain because that is kind of not a fan of a lot of light coming at my face. Um, both the Xbox Series X and the PS5 support expandable SSD storage, so you could do like a USB external storage. I have one of those. I have a Toshiba terabyte hard drive. Picked it up on Amazon for like $35. It's a pretty good deal. Works pretty good. But 1 terabyte starts to look small after you have games that are over 100 gigs by themselves. Well, I'm saying this for Xbox Series X and PS5. But both the Microsoft has partnered with Seagate to develop plug-and-play SSD cards that slot in the back of the Xbox Series X and Series S. With 1 terabyte cards available at launch, Sony, however, is giving players the option to use off-the-shelf NVMe SSDs to expand PS5 storage. These SSDs will need to be approved by Sony beforehand, and right now the company hasn't listed any compatible drives ahead of launch. Xbox Series X and Series S launch on November 10th, and you can read our Xbox Series X review now. No, I'm not. Well, I mean, I don't know if I'll read your Xbox Series X review right now, but the PS5 is hot on its heels with the release date of November 12th, and their impressions. Okay, I don't care about their impressions. So there you have it for Xbox and PS4 space. Just looking over there at the stream, seeing how well it's going. But yeah, a lot of space that these consoles are claiming for their UI and hardware. If you, I mean, that's in my opinion, but you know, you should have the same opinion, then yeah. So yeah, which I think I actually figured out my webcam this time. Uh, I used to set like my webcam like this. It's actually working. I actually figured out how to put it up, so that's good. You want to see my messy setup? It's not. I don't have a whole bunch of a setup, but it's not like I have a really big setup. I'll show you a little bit though. I got my. Well, there's a stream over there. Microphone stands coming up. Comes over to me. There's the audio card. There's just a little 8 gig SD card, trail cameras, whatever I need it for. Um, Let's see. That's my 60 gig thumb drive that you'll see for gaming videos and all that other stuff. I have a bunch of stuff on there. What else? I don't really have much on this desk. That's my other desk that I do homework on. But I don't really keep much on this desk. And you see I can get pretty close on this camera. And I mean, it's pretty wide too. This doesn't even go, doesn't go the whole 110 degrees. I don't know. But I can go pretty far with it. That's pretty close. That's kind of weird. You'll see, yeah, see, it's kind of daylight outside, kind of sunny. So that's good. Yeah, there's rocks outside my house. Yeah, there's my TV, my sound bar, my Xbox. That's cool. So yeah, there's that. There's a heater. I don't know why it's in here. Then my power line adapter over there. So yeah, probably didn't want to know. Probably didn't want to see all this. There's a printer down there. But actually, that printer's been doing a lot of printing since I've had to print a lot of things for school since I've been not there all week. But that's beside the point, I guess. Oh, actually, look at these curtains. They're blackout. Well, they say they are. Not too bad. I've had them for a long time. They get the job done. I'll say that. They black the room out pretty good. Can't say they don't do what they're supposed to. And they're not like death black, like just you can't see nothing at all kind of black, but they do work decent. I think I got them from Big Lots. I don't really know though. I was gonna show, like, this is gonna be one of those podcasts just really laid back, not like here we go, story, you know, kind of just like doing whatever. I was gonna show you all a post by Ubisoft on Twitter. Just gotta make sure they actually posted it before I go on my computer and show you. Actually, might as well just start going over there. Alright. There's something pretty, like something about Watch Dogs and some maintenance that they're gonna do. But I'll show you that. Alright. It's Ubisoft support Twitter. If you play in their Ubisoft games, it's probably pretty decent to follow them because they do a lot of updates when they're going to be updating things, when they're working on things, anything really. They're posting, they post about it. I'll probably just show you here. Go ahead and share. Yeah, here's their Twitter. I was gonna show you the For Honor patch or whatever they're doing. Expected downtimes are 45 minutes. That's not bad. They posted 5 hours ago. So if you played For Honor, I don't know what it was. Probably just a little bit of maintenance to, you know, update it just a little bit if it needs to be updated. Siege. Yeah. And if you want to see my Twitter, here you go. This is my Twitter. DLoyal06. I have new branding and everything. Yeah. I have a new background. Looks pretty good, I think. Not too bad, in my opinion. But, yeah. Why don't we go on to the next one, which is... I'll delete these because I don't need them anymore. We'll go ahead and show this one, which is a Hulu original series, is going to come out on Peacock. If you don't know what Peacock is, it's a streaming service that I think Comcast puts out, owned by them. And I guess if you have Xfinity services, you can get it for free. But even if you don't have Xfinity, you can still um, get it. Just costs you. So the upcoming children's animated series Trollstopia, will see its debut on two different streaming platforms on the same day, Hulu and Peacock. Typically, this would be a huge head scratcher, as streaming services tend to retain exclusive ownership over their programming, but there is a reasonable explanation for this. So, the Trollstopia is an animated series that follows the colorful DreamWorks characters on their next adventures. Both Peacock and Hulu released brand new trailers for the show on their individual YouTube accounts for the show. So this may be a tad confusing for some people. Is this a Peacock original or a Hulu original? And if Peacock's already gonna have originals, and they're not very old. I mean, they're not very young, but they have not been out for, well, it's been well under a year since they came out. But I mean, wouldn't be surprised. Hulu has multiple owners. Many people tend to associate the service with Disney, as you can bundle Hulu with Disney and ESPN Plus, Disney Plus, and Hulu. But it actually has more than one owner. Disney owns 67% of Hulu, but Comcast, Peacock's parent company, owns 33%. So that's how both streaming services can debut this show. Um, The first season of this animated series will consist of 13 episodes. It will all be available on both Peacock and Hulu on November 19th. According to the official synopsis, I used to know how to say that. Now that Poppy knows that there are other musical trolls scattered throughout the forest, she bottles up her endless positivity and invites delegates from other troll tribes in the forest to live together in harmony in a grand experiment she calls Trollstopia. And if you don't know what Comcast is, I'll just tell you. I mean, they're a big company. You'll probably know who they are, but they're a telecommunication company. About all. I'm not sponsored by them, but there's telecommunications, and pretty much what they do. Yeah. So, cable company, but yeah. Um, the series stars Amanda Layton, Skylar Aston, Kenan Thompson, Saturday Night Live from Saturday Night Live, uh, G9 Mason, Grey's Anatomy, Roswell, Kevin Michael Richardson, Trolls World Tour, and American Dad, and Ron Funches, Harley Quinn, and more. The Trolls franchise was in a news quite a bit this past year, as the feature film Trolls World Tour skipped theaters to go straight to video on demand. While the movie was a huge success in the home market, this led to a battle between AMC and Universal, which eventually led to a deal between the two companies for future home releases. So there you go. We just did that one. So there you go. If you're wondering about Trolls, there you go, bud. All right. But guys, I think I'm going to turn my camera off real quick, and I'm going to go get something to drink because I can already feel my throat hurting. And I just don't want. I don't know what I have. I went and got a COVID test yesterday. So you can probably hear it in my voice. I mean, I can already hear my voice hurting. I can already feel it, I should say. It doesn't feel too great right now. So I'm going to go get a drink and I'll be back. But We're not gonna end the stream, not gonna end the podcast. I'll just be back. Won't take me very long. Um, while I'm gone, just enjoy a beautiful picture of what do we want to show you? I'll just show you pictures of the breed of dog my dog is while I'm gone. She's white. Okay, she's one of the white tweenies. Let me try to find one that looked similar to her. She's not old, but she's like a year old. That one looks almost like her when she was a baby. I'll just show you guys. I'll just turn my screen. That one almost looks identical to her when she was a baby. She just had more spots. Here. Okay. I'll be back. Let me just put on. I'll throw out my editing software. Well, it's my pictures for my mom's business and my YouTube, which is considered a business, I guess. I edited a picture of her through here, so I'll just throw that up real quick. If I can find it. Oh, don't make me log in. I don't even know if I remember the password. Let's see. Yeah, I did a YouTube video on this service, well, this app, not app, but website that's editing software. Make it where I can see the password. Alright, good. I do know the password. Alright, I'll go to my brand. And I'll explain this program as soon as I get back. Because I think it's a pretty good program. Go to my brand and I'll go to my projects. Where are my projects at? Alright, Adobe. Where are my projects? Was this one it? Can't. No, I think that one. I did quite a bit through this because I did such branding. I got on there, made a bunch of things for my YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Oh yeah, there it is. Probably made a little bit too much. I did a little bit too much branding stuff. What I do though, hopefully the computer holds up. Like earlier today when I was streaming on Xbox, like this computer just completely froze and just didn't work anymore. So I had to restart it and everything. Well, I had to manually restart it. You know what I mean? Like the power button wouldn't even work on it. So hopefully this works. That's pretty good. One of my friends sent me that. I don't know if you all could hear that, but that was pretty good. Switch brands. I liked that. Let me switch my brand over this one so y'all can't figure out her business. Okay. Just turn on screen. There you go. There's a picture of her. Actually, I need to move myself. Actually, I'll just full screen this and I'll stop my cam real quick. And yeah, so enjoy whatever that was. And yeah, I'll be back. Okay, I am back. Alright, go ahead and add myself. That's kind of cool. I don't think you'll all be able to see the screen very well, but it's kind of cool though. So yeah, this program is Adobe Spark. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna go very in depth in it, but I kind of took this picture of sugar, cleaned it up. I took this with my other camera. Uh, Cleaned it up, kind of put her these words over there, made her look a little bit better. It's pretty cool if you want to, you know, buy it or whatever. It's like $10 a month, and you can get that, and it's pretty good. I'm not gonna go super in depth because I've already went in depth in a YouTube video on it, and I think this will work. Um, it should. Yep, there you go. Um, Click that link right there from Moobot. You will be taken to my channel. On mobile, it might take you through the YouTube app, it might take you through the website, I don't know. And if you want to join my Discord server, there is the link right there. Or bot commands if you feel like if you want to do them anytime, you can do it. And yeah, actually, I can just always show this up on the screen too. If you want to, type in the YouTube command is just exclamation point YouTube, like I have it on there right now. And the response will be that, which is a link. And then the Discord one is just that. And yeah, that. But people on YouTube that you're watching this right now, it's not going to affect you because you're not on Twitch. But if people on Twitch, that's how you get that while I'm live. Um, so yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, that's right. And they always have that right there too. So not bad. So Xbox, it was like I don't know a week ago. They had a lot of like major. This is not a story. I'm just telling a story. But they had a lot of like major problems where like their Xbox gaming core systems were down. I guess or having problems, and like I think a big problem or a game that had a lot of problems with this was Roblox, because even I experienced the same issue as everyone else. You get in and it would kick you out in about a couple minutes. Uh, so that is Roblox games, not just in Roblox. Or like if you're in a game in Roblox, like you're playing a game, that's what it did. So that kind of sucked. But they fixed that, and it's been good ever since. Um, yeah, not it's been all right. It's been just that's a big problem though. If they have those kind of problems where it's not allowing you to do that, especially if it's a lot of people that can't do it. That is definitely not good. But I don't know. It seems like not last week, but the week before, like because Xbox had outages. It seemed like a lot of outages and just problems happened because like Xbox had problems. Then the hurricane, people having power issues, and then um, um, a lot of stuff happened, and then I think Hulu or some kind of streaming Philo or whatever had a little bit of a problem with player issues, and then they fixed that, and then our internet provider they said that they had to replace their whole core server at one of their offices, so that's or at one of their data hubs, whatever they call them. So that's not and then they had all that replaced, and which before it was getting, I guess it all went out, like it just quit working. So uh, it got pretty bad. Like things didn't work very well. So that's why I didn't produce anything for a couple days. But ever since they've got it fixed, it's been fine. And I'm not gonna say the name of them because they're not a big company. Well, I mean they're a big company, but they're not like a humongous company like Comcast or Spectrum or anything. But you know they are a pretty good sized company doing Missouri. So, um, but the thing is, their main central like spot is like decently close to me. So that's why I don't want to say them in general because you look them up and it takes you right to their office. And but I doubt you all care. But you know, and it's just sad in my opinion how little things like that people are throwing such a big fit over. It's like people can't like live without the internet. It's ridiculous. I think I can go without. I mean, I wouldn't want to go without, but a couple of hours, come on. You can go without on that. Because we've had times where things like a cable like 30 or 45 miles away would get hit and it'd be something big and it'd knock out, service to a lot of people. And they'd have to switch us over to an upstream provider. Um, it's just how it is, things aren't perfect all the time. And that's part of life. Gotta get over it. And there's nothing really you can do about it. Kind of just how it goes, Joe. And I don't know if you all been following the election. I'm not going to really talk about it too much on this, but it's been crazy. Um, been pretty nuts how everything's been going. Not going to really give out my political view or what side I am on. Well, actually, I might. I'll just tell you right now. If you want to know who I support Trump. There you go. That's all I'm going to tell you. Um, don't be going and trying to argue though in the comments because I don't want to argue right now. So, and that's just like I'm on NBC News today right now, and all I see is, oh, Trump did this, Biden did this, oh, votes are doing this, all this stuff, and it's ridiculous how that's just covering all of every news. All the news is just this anymore, and I mean, for right now, don't really like that too much because I technically like I'm not one to get stressed or anything, but like I just get tired of hearing it. I'm sure a lot of you all get tired of hearing it, so I'm not gonna talk about it very much. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about it. This podcast has been like a lot more of a just a laid back kind of feel, I think. So we'll go over this last little one story here on IGN, and then I might talk a little bit after that, and then we'll probably start ending it. But this is how explaining how next gen audio is going to make the Cold War even crazier. I did not click on the Xbox Series X controller review. I don't care about that. I clicked on that. Not. Oh my god, man. Sometimes I just want to beat this computer because it can be stupid sometimes. Because it's being stupid right now. And for the people on YouTube, if you want to get a referral code from me, that'll help save you money. If you ever decide to upgrade your plan with StreamYard, go to the link in the description, click that, and you'll get referred to me. I'm not sponsored by them. They're not paying me to say this, but it's just something that you can do with them. Helps advertise their product, and they like that. So go do that. I think he'll give me a discount too, so that's pretty cool. How did I get all back? What? I just clicked the back button on the Series X controller review and it took me back to today.com. Why are you being so stupid, computer? I really wonder sometimes. This computer being dumb. Yeah, let's do that one. We might talk about the Call of Duty. I don't know. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of like having to deal with this computer. But we'll talk about this one because this one actually seems kind of important to some people. Maybe we'll see. And if people are watching on YouTube right now, if you've watched my Twitch stream already that I uploaded about like an hour ago, maybe, did you watch it and did you like it? Is this just a video? Like it's not like I can't show videos on stream. I've done that once and I got caught and I got in trouble. Tell me it's not just a video. It's just a video. Gosh dang it. Ubisoft Sport just tweeted. They said we have a dedicated PC patch coming shortly for which we will have a separate thread with all changes coming specifically to PC. We worked on further fixes and improvements with PC save file corruption being our highest priority, which will come with additional patch. Oh my god, dude, it just took me back to NBC today. IGN gaming news. Dude, like, why are you being so dumb? I'll show you this tweet from Watch Dogs Legion. I'll show you this and make sure I'm in frame. Yeah, you should be able to see it. Yeah, there you go. So, no. Alright, so let's go to this next gen audio thing with Call of Duty. So let me make a banner. Okay. How next gen audio will make COD better. IGN. Dude, this computer has not acted up like this in a long time. This is it's not good. I don't know what's going on. Is it like my CPU? Like I don't know what's going on with this. Might be just a CPU getting maxed out, which I don't know how I'm running StreamYard. But a lot of things like to run in the background when they're not supposed to. And StreamYard's a freaking web based thing, so it's like a browser based platform. So I don't see how that can be causing any much performance issues. I don't know. Yeah, that's the one I want. All right. Last story. Call of Duty developers talking about how next gen audio tech makes war even more personal. It says, I'm huddled up inside a rickety old attic somewhere in farmlands of Verdansk. The crack of sniper fire echoes through the lumber yard to the north, taunting me. There's nothing but a half a mile of dirt and grass between me and the next safe zone. Short version, this is where I live now. Then the pitter patter of boots beneath me without even realizing I've pivoted my tepid little shotgun towards the stairs, listening for the boots to make from the soft dirt to the brittle wood. 2 roarings blasts later, I'm still somehow alive. Within my position given away to anyone within 100 yards, it won't be for long. So, whether it's in the sprawling war zone or the tighter confines of deathmatch, Call of Duty has always let players absorb the sights and sounds of chaos. With everyone's eyes on flashy a next-gen Call of Duty will look, it's easy to forget how audio can truly plant you in the middle of a gunfight or under the shadow of an artillery shell. Even as Treyarch looks back to the early 80s, complete with its pervasive Reaganism, analog toys, and Robert Redford hairstyles for its thematic inspiration of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, its team of sound designers and engineers is equally excited for what next-gen consoles are bringing to the mixing table. What did my computer just tell me over here? I could have swore it just flashed that up on the screen. I couldn't see. I guess I'm just nuts. Um, yeah. That's a pretty cool picture. Cold War. Maybe that's what's coming out of the game or something. Of course, one of the most universal experiences in Call of Duty is wading into the middle of a firefight being shot from multiple directions. Thankfully, no, there's something from Discord. You all can't see it though. Thankfully, the Tempest 3D audio capabilities of the PlayStation 5 are introducing new features that can greatly influence how you instinctually react. Meanwhile, the Xbox Series X and S are shipping with a Dolby Atmos support, which adds overhead audio channels. So Dolby Atmos is going to definitely make everything sound really cool. And I think you can get it on regular like Xbox, but you have to pay for it. So I mean, I don't think I'd pay for sound quality, but I guess some people have different things that they want to do. We kind of started really early on thinking, how do we improve the player feedback loop? How do we get better directionality, better distance, so you can tell how far away people are? How do we let the player know that he's in danger? Treyarch audio director Brian Toohey says, because in the past we have had gunshots, but other than being panned a certain direction, you haven't really known if that was a gun aimed at you. So we built systems to sort of give us the ability to do that. To that end, Treyarch relied on fully integrating 3D audio spatialization rather than 5.7 or 7.1 surround sound to direct players to enemies who aren't necessarily physically closest to you but are active threats. So there's a sense of up and down and enemies all around you. One new audio feature that significantly assists players is the threat priority system, which emphasizes the sound of enemies who are currently actively aiming and firing at you, even from a distance. The threat system uses information aside, distance, and volume to prioritize the sound of an enemy's fire, and it's all angled towards the player's ears. So if the guy is shooting away from you, he's going to be normal priority, but if he's aiming at you, he gets a priority boost. So if you have an enemy that's close by but not aiming at you, the guy who's aiming at you gets a higher priority. So if we do have a voice limit count and we have to call voices for tech reasons, it will call the guy who's not your main threat. And that's the core of what the threat system does. It's very simple, but we found it super effective for not dropping those events anymore. Treyarch has also managed to develop an audio system that brightens the sound of a gunshot the closer an enemy is aiming at you. In addition to that, Treyarch is bringing back the bullet crack audio. The supersonic echo of a gunshot is usually associated with a sniper rifle from some significant improvements. So bullet crack now on a unsuppressed weapon is on every shot, but it only triggers if the bullet is getting super close to you. When that goes off, it's one of the loudest sounds in the game. It's a big crack sound. It happens on every shot, so you know this guy's aiming at me. So if you do have a situation where that's a bunch of people fighting and one of them happens to aim at you, you're going to know it. So that's pretty cool. So they'll have just 3D audio sources and ways to do that. And so, sound quality is going to be really good, and that crack is going to be really helpful for Call of Duty players with the realism and just trying to make everything better. But guys, I hope that you enjoyed this live stream of this podcast, and I hope that I can entertain you a little bit. Hopefully you're coming back for next time, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.